Welcome to the chapter Discover the Lifestyles of the Wild Biodiversity. This slide presents the overview of the chapter. By the end of this chapter, you will be able to explain the lifestyle of different animals, interpret the lifestyle of insects, explain why birds and animals live in groups, describe biodiversity, identify endangered species. Let us start our chapter with the introduction. We know that man is a social animal. Man needs food to eat, clothes to wear, house to live in, and vehicle to travel. Do you know the lifestyle of animals? Where do the animals live? Where do the birds live? How birds build their nest? How do the bees make honey? Where do the ants live? What is meant by biodiversity? What are endangered species? Let us know. Let us try to answer these questions and learn more about the lifestyle of the wild biodiversity. Here, let us know the lifestyle of elephants. The elephants in forests always live in herds. There may be 10 to 12 elephants in each herd along with their babies. In the herd, female elephants are more in number when compared to male elephants. Male elephants leave the herd at the age of 15. Generally, the herd is maintained by an old female elephant. She looks after anything the other elephants need. She starts her journey in the morning with a trumpet. Others follow her. They stop their journey where rich vegetation is seen. Everyone feeds on the leaves and the tender branches. By afternoon, they enter into the water body and play. The baby elephants are trained to swim. This way of living in groups gives protection to the elephants. Let us study the lifestyle of tigers. Tigers are the hunting animals. Their babies cannot hunt when they are small. Slowly, they learn everything by observing their elders. Till now, we have learned about the lifestyle of animals. Now, let us learn about the lifestyle of birds. Same as that of animals, birds also live in groups to protect themselves from enemies. By observing the elders, young birds and animals learn hunting, escaping from the enemies, searching for food and identifying the water bodies. The birds migrate hundreds of kilometers in flocks from one place to another in search of food and shelter. Even from great heights, they can spot crops and they stop to feed. Fields and gardens are their areas of food source. Some birds eat insects, fish and other small living organisms. For this, they go in groups to nearby lakes, ponds, canals, rivers, reservoirs, etc. Make a note. The former President of India, Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam, used to observe the flying of birds at the sea coast every day. He used to wonder how they could fly. This observation helped him a lot in his future researches and experiments on rockets. Observing, acquiring knowledge, setting goals and working hard towards the goal made him a great man. Let us start observing the birds and animals around us and discover new things. Let's learn about the birds and their nests. In the same way as human beings do, birds also build their houses called nests. Now, let us see how the birds build their nests. It is very difficult for us to build the bird's nest. It needs skill which the birds have. Birds use different materials to construct their nests. They include dead leaves, twigs and sticks, yarn, string and thread, human hair or animal fur, mud, spider web link, cotton balls, feathers, small rocks or pebbles, straw or other plant stems, paper and jute. Among the taller birds, the male bird builds the nest and the female bird lays eggs in them. They usually build their nests during the egg-laying season. Once the eggs get hatched and the young ones develop their wings and fly off, they leave that nest and again build the new nest and lay eggs. They weave their nests continuously. Some children try to disturb these nests and spoil the eggs by throwing stones, etc. This should be stopped. It is not the right way. It is our responsibility to protect the birds. The number of birds is decreasing day by day because of cutting down of trees, spraying fertilizers on crops. From the recent studies, it is said that radiation from the cell phone towers has affected the population of the sparrows. Make a note. Dr. Salim Ali, the ornithologist of India, has conducted many researches and written a lot on birds. His work is recognized and renowned globally. He received many international awards. Match the following material names with respect to the nests of the birds with which they are built. Knowledge check. Attempt the following questions to check your understanding. Here, let us study about the lifestyle of bees. Bees are the flying insects which live in colonies. We get honey from these bees. There is a division of labor in these bees. The image shown on the screen is a beehive. Hives are of different types. Female bees are responsible for building the hives. They build their hives depending on the area they are living in. The honeybee hive consists of many compartments. Each bee lives in one compartment. In a single hive, hundreds of bees live together. Honey is made from their mouth secretions. When we disturb these beehives, they spread at a particular place and attack the persons nearby. They inject a poison-like fluid into our body. This may sometimes lead to death. So, we should not go near them and should not throw stones on them. Let us know the lifestyle of ants. Ants are very small creatures. These small creatures teach us a lot of things. Ants are the ideals for social living. There is a discipline and division of labor in their colonies. The colony consists of queen ants, male ants and worker ants. Female ants lay eggs. The duty of worker ants is to protect the eggs, acquire the food, build and repair the ant hill. They build the ant hill with the help of mud. They usually divide the hill into two different compartments. They cut the food materials into pieces with the help of their jaws. In order to find the food, ants release a secretion called pheromones which gives a specific smell. With the help of this smell, the ants follow their colony and find their way. All of you might have observed that when two ants come from opposite direction, they touch each other with their heads. This indicates that the two ants are communicating with each other on the food resource and the route through it. Make a note. An ant can lift a weight 50 times more than its weight. Ants and also all the insects have 6 legs. Ants have 2 antenna-like feelers on the head. These are useful in finding the sources of food and passing the information to one another. Let us learn the importance of living in groups. Till now, we have seen that wild animals like elephants, tigers, monkeys and birds, insects like bees and ants lived in colonies or groups to protect themselves from enemies. In the same way, it is necessary that human beings should also live in communal harmony with love and peace. Knowledge check. Attempt the following questions to check your understanding. Let us learn how to protect the animals. Animals are also living things like us. We should not hurt them. We should take care of them. We need to provide food and water to them. We should not hunt or capture animals. We should identify their needs and help them every day. Here, let us study about the biodiversity and its importance. Different types of animals, plants, insects and birds existing in one place is called biodiversity. This biodiversity on Earth has evolved some million years ago. It provides us with the required food, medicines, wood, fruits, crops, aquatic life, microbes and many other resources. Biodiversity exists more in the forest. Planet Earth belongs to all the living things on it. Every creature has the right to live in this universe. Each and every creature living on the earth either directly or indirectly depends on each other. Man is a part of the living things on earth. He is surrounded by plants and animals. Living things rely on the non-living things like hills, lakes, rivers and the oceans around it. But man is disturbing the natural balance of the earth to meet his demands. He is cutting down the forests, constructing huge industries, hunting animals, etc. This leads to the imbalance in biodiversity. Thus, to create balance in biodiversity, it is our duty to protect each and every organism. Avoid the wastage of natural resources by preserving them and protect biodiversity by understanding its importance. Maintaining the environmental balance can only sustain man's life on this earth, otherwise he will be on the verge of destruction. Now, let us know what are endangered animals. Endangered animals are those whose number is declining rapidly and are likely to become extinct from the earth in the near future. For example, you might have heard about dinosaurs. We cannot find these animals now on the earth. Same as that of dinosaurs, many other plants, birds, animals and insects are not seen now. We have lost them. Earlier, our Indian forests had thousands of lions and tigers, but now their number has come down to a few hundreds. The main reason for their extinction is the cutting down of forests. So, now it is our time to save the animals that are left. Make a note. The animals shown in this picture are on the verge of becoming extinct on earth. Man's greed is the cause. To save them, the government is maintaining reserve forest areas for tiger, wildlife sanctuaries and protected lake areas for the birds. Let's protect them. They are our wealth. Knowledge check. Attempt the following questions to check your understanding. Keywords. List of keywords are shown on the screen. Summary. Let us recap the highlights of this chapter. Man is a social animal. The elephants in forests always live in herds. In the herd, female elephants are more in number when compared to male elephants. Animals live in groups to protect themselves from enemies. By observing the elders, young birds and animals learn hunting, escaping from the enemies, searching for food and identifying the water bodies. Just like human beings, birds also build their houses called nests. The number of birds is decreasing day by day because of the cutting down of trees, spraying fertilizers on crops. Bees are the flying insects which live in colonies. We get honey from these bees. Ants are the ideals for social living. There is discipline and division of labor in their colonies. The ant colony consists of queen ants, male ants and worker ants. Different types of animals, plants, insects and birds existing in one place is called biodiversity. Planet Earth belongs to all the living organisms on it. To create balance in biodiversity, it is our duty to protect each and every organism. Endangered animals are those whose number is declining rapidly and are likely becoming too extinct from the earth in the near future. Read the questions and attempt the answers on your own. You can click answer for your reference. Follow-up work. Take up the following activities. Do you know the lifestyles of wild animals, stray animals or domestic animals? What do they eat? Where do they live? What do they do? Discuss these issues with your friends or ask your elders or read from the library books on animals. Watch the National Geographic Channel or the Discovery Channel on television. The next day, discuss what you saw with friends of your group. Then write a small note covering your discussion. Make a paper bird with a waste paper and fly it. Observe the nest of any bird in your surroundings. Don't disturb it. Write in your notebook about the materials used and how they made it. Collect leaves, small twigs, dry hay, yarn, pieces of cloth, thread, etc. Weave a bird's nest with them and display it. Keep a cube of jaggery or sugar at one place, either at your school or home. Observe after some time. Prepare the information table by observing any two animals. You will notice a line of ants. Now, without disturbing them, try to observe the ants under a magnifying glass. Notice their body parts and movements. Where are the ants carrying the food particles? How do you feel when you find dogs, cats, cattle and other animals hungry? In what way we are dependent on animals and plants? Discuss in your class. Select any place in your village. Observe the natural resources like water bodies, hills, plants, birds and animals. Write your observations. Did you notice any plants or animals in your village which were present in the past but are not seen now? Ask the elders in your village about the animals, birds and insects which lived in the past but are not seen in the present. Collect the pictures of different birds' nests and make a scrapbook. Tabulate the different animals or birds living in your place with respect to their shelter and the material used to build it. Test your understanding of the chapter by taking the mock unit test. You have successfully completed the chapter Discover the Lifestyles of the Wild Biodiversity.